got mine. You know. Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I see my toes. Keep a couple feet inside the photos. So official with the vibe, you can kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damien Crier, and I am back with another freaking video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day today. If you have not subscribed to the Crier family, you already know what to do. Get on over here and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow me on TikTok. We are on the road to 200K on TikTok. My TikTok is called The Real Crier Family. So if you're not following me, go on over there, man. Rock with me over there. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. So, I didn't really know how I wanted to start this video off. You know, I sat in church this morning and I listened to my pastor, Pastor Joel. I listened to him speak about some things, and when I got baptized years ago, I never really followed it up with me going to church. Thereafter, I just said, no, I got baptized and stuff. Now I've actually going to church the last several weeks back to back. I think I skipped what we missed last Sunday, but I haven't missed a Sunday since Easter. And so this morning, you know, listening to him talk, like we do a lot of singing at the beginning of church, and we do a lot of singing at the end of church. You know, you have to stand up and sing the words that's on the thing. And afterwards, we did a little prayer. And afterwards, we talked to the pastor like we always do after church. And he was just saying some things that just really it had me really, really reflecting on a lot of stuff, man. You know, like one of the things that it made me reflect on was when I was like in my early teens, I did some crazy stuff, bro. I had a police officer tell me to my face that I would not make it to see 18 years old. And I overcame that. And then I went to prison for a lot of years. And I never looked back. I overcame that. When I got out of prison, I made a life for myself. Just like out here in Texas. I moved out here to start a new life. And I made a new life for myself here. And I look back at a lot of the things that is not supposed to be right now for me. Things that people said that I couldn't do. I still see people on some of my social media talking about karma this, karma that, and I guess if I'm getting karma, good Lord. If this is my karma, I hope to keep getting it. I really hope to keep getting it. But for the most part, I look back and realize that the month of May, I have a birthday coming up next month in June. In the last several years, I never really celebrated my birthday because they say that when you get to a certain age, you just don't care anymore, bro. You don't like the stuff that people boast about, brag about what tomorrow is. You get to a certain age, you don't care about birthdays no more. You leave that for kids, young people. And it's just a lot of stuff that I just don't care about anymore. Literally, I just don't care. One of the things I don't care about is what people say about me. I don't care. Because I learned what people say about me is not changing my lifestyle. My bills are still gonna be paid tomorrow. My car insurance is still gonna be paid tomorrow. My property taxes is still gonna be paid. One thing I learned is not to care anymore. Once you stop caring about what people say and think about you, trust me, you have a lot of things that's gonna happen for you. A lot. TikTok was one of them. I always wanted to do TikTok, but I never did it. And I did it. I did it by myself. Facebook was one of the things I wanted to do. I did it. And I did it by myself. I did everything that people said that I couldn't do. They basically said that I wasn't SHIT. And at first, I used to do a lot of stuff to prove them wrong. But then I had to do things to prove things to myself, man. Realizing that I'm gonna be 55 next month. You know, only my closest family members know what's going on. I would never tell my business to no one. Only the people who's close to me knows my situation. And that's the way that it's gonna stay. Turning 55 years old, I never thought that I would actually see it. You know, it's one thing when you think that you're not gonna see a certain age versus someone telling you that you're not gonna see a certain age. It be hitting kind of different, bro. It do. It hits a lot different when someone tells you to your face, you will never live to see this age. And then you find out later on that you actually outlived them. So, I don't usually do content like this. And trust me, I got plenty of content to do. But this was on my heart to make this video. Because, oops, it's my chair. I didn't fart. I feel blessed. You know, I feel truly blessed that I got a second chance at life. You know, if you guys would have knew me 10, 15 years ago, you guys would have been able to witness everything, you know, that took place in my life way before I even moved out here to Texas. I had to change, man. In order for me to still be here right now and making this YouTube video on this Sunday for you guys, if I wouldn't have made a change in my life, I wouldn't be here right now to do this video. And I understand just how precious life is. You only get one of them. You don't get a second chance. It's not like a car. You have an accident, you can get it fixed to buy another one. When we break down, it's a wrap. There ain't no spray painting us, taking a hammer and pounding the dent out of us. It's over with. I look around this internet, man, and I don't even be on here like I used to, man. I work, man. I work every day. I don't care about none of this stuff anymore. And I'm so happy. I have a peace over me, man. I have a peace over me that's just insane, bro. Like, I have a peace over me that just can't nothing destroy. I look back, man, and realize that the changes that I made in my life, if it wasn't for those changes, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair in my very, very first man cave ever. And I look back at a lot of stuff, like what it took for me to get here, how much I've lost, you know, but what it took for me to get where I'm at right now. It took me being humble, shutting the hell up, as someone would say in my comments. Oh, shut the hell up. It took me being quiet, staying humble, believing in a higher power other than the internet. See, people think the internet is their high power because people think that people on the internet care. They don't give a fuck about you, the internet, or me. So, I had to make a change. And it wasn't just a change I had to make for myself. I had to make the change for my children to make me a better me. And, you know, almost 2 years ago, so let me go back 3 years. 3 years ago, I lived in Alief, Texas. The house that you guys seen me in with the green cabinets and all that stuff. It was a nice house, and it was in a pretty nice neighborhood. But Alief is not the best area to live in, but it's not a really rough area either. It's not like 5th Ward or 3rd Ward. No disrespect to the 5th and the 3rd, because they do wash my beards over there. And I was in that house and I was paying, well, first off, I didn't think I was gonna get approved for the house. Because when I moved to Texas in 2019, I let the fact that I had a felony on my record stop me from applying for an apartment. So I never got the apartment in my name. The apartment was in someone else's name. And so when I went to stay with my kids for 2 months, Damon and Bianca in 2019, I stayed there for 2 months. I saved up enough money. I think it was like $10K I saved up. And I ended up getting approved for a house. You imagine how scared I was. I never had a house before in my life. Like me by myself having a house. Usually apartments pay for everything. You know, you pay your rent and normally all the utilities is included. Having my first house, 4-bedroom, and I was paying $1,500 a month. So I had to pay first month's rent, which was $1,500. The deposit was $1,500. Then I had to pay the last month. I had to pay $4,500 all up front. And so when they approved me for the house, I was in disbelief because I was holding me back. I was holding myself back from doing better. And so I was paying $1,500 a month. My lease in the house was 2 years. The last year I was in the house, I wasn't on a lease. I decided not to sign another lease the last year. So they bumped my rent from $1,500 to $1,600, which is understandable because that means I can leave at any given time. And I wanted better for myself, you know, because people said I couldn't do it. I wasn't going anywhere. So then that was me trying to prove stuff to them and proving them wrong instead of proving to myself I could do it. And so I went on one day and I applied for an apartment. And the apartment was $2,800 a month. I didn't really care. I mean, people were saying I fell off. I wanted to show them just how much I fell off. I went from paying $1,500 a month to $2,800 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, luxury apartment. Because I wanted to slap people in the face. I wanted to prove to them I fell off, huh? And then it was like, at that point when I moved into the apartment, man, I spent a lot of time with myself because I was single, you know, for the first couple months that I lived in my apartment. And I started realizing, like, why are you trying to impress other people who don't care two craps about you? Only thing they want to see is something negative about you on the internet. That's all they care about. They don't want to hear nothing good about you. You ain't gonna never see a T. How many of y'all seen a T channel do a reaction to something positive that me or one of my kids did? They're not gonna do a reaction to nothing like that because it's positive. And so I started realizing, what about you, Damien? You keep saying that you want better for yourself, but you're too busy trying to impress other people. And after a while, I realized it's not about that, man. It's all about being happy, staying stoic, knowing what you want to do, having goals written out. I used to always think I was too old to have goals, and I realized I was lying to myself the whole time. So now, I secretly had some things going on behind the scene, and there was a lot going on at the time. So I didn't want to tell nobody anything when I got this house. And believe it or not, I have some other things going on behind the scene. Actually, has already taken place. I just haven't put it on the internet. There's a lot going on that people have no idea. Only my family, you know, and that's the best way to keep it. My household is my family as well. My family. When I got this house almost 2 years ago, I think I was ready for a house because at the time I had been used to paying bills on my own. when it came to paying utilities and being responsible, not wanting to be in the dark or not wanting my water to be shut off or having eviction notice. So when I got this house, I knew I was ready, man. I knew I was ready to take on the responsibility of being a homeowner. You know, speaking of homeowner, you guys know every time I go live on TikTok, I love TikTok, man. There be trolls over there, but I love them. I mean, they got me to almost 150,000 followers in 5 months on TikTok. But when I go live on TikTok, some trolls will come in there and they'll start throwing shade. And they'll say, hey, rent is due. You're live on TikTok. Rent must be due. I'm thinking to myself, I make like $1.20 when I'm live. But being a homeowner, man, is something I always wanted to do. And I always thought I had a home before. But the truth of the matter is, it wasn't mine. My name wasn't on nothing. I was just a participant, which meant I could get put out at any given time. You know, but having my own house, man, it's really changed me. And what I mean by that, you know, I find myself like I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. I'm at home now a lot more than I would used to be at home. I spray my yard twice a day. I have a sprinkler system on that wall right there, but I choose to use a water hose. I spray the flowers that me and So-So planted every day. I walk the neighborhood. I met some really, really wonderful people over here. And I just feel like, man, this is what life is all about right here. I spent my time focusing on the wrong things. Who gonna like me? Who's gonna not like me? Am I gonna see a comment that says I'm unsubscribing? And I spent so much time focused on the wrong thing that I didn't realize what was right in front of me. I kept seeing this word karma. Like if I get in my DM, somebody had just randomly, I don't even know, send me a message, oh, you gonna get your karma. And I seen it, you know, a lot. Like, a lot. Not now, but in the past, a lot. And I kept saying to myself, what kind of karma should I be receiving in my life that's bad to me? That's gonna be bad for me. I kept thinking, why would I be receiving some bad karma? Nobody's ever wished karma on me in my life because I don't do people wrong. I'm a very good, humble man. And I'm very respected by a lot of people. And I don't mean on this social media stuff. I'm respected by a lot of people in my community, in my church. You know, I'm respected by a lot of people because they know me. So when I be seeing this stuff or was seeing karma this, karma that, it made me think to myself, I said, damn, I went through a divorce. Was that karma? I lost my oldest son and blamed myself for it for years because I introduced him to the sports of fishing. Is that my karma? About a year and a half ago, I had one of the scariest medical conditions imaginable to me because I was scared. I was scared to find out what was going on with me. And I finally went to the doctor and found out I had what you call shingles. It was bumps all over me. It was irritating me. I thought I was, you know, is that my karma? And I keep thinking about a lot of the bad stuff that's happening in my life. And I keep asking myself, is that my karma? Because if I'm supposed to spend my whole life worried about karma, I'm trying to figure, am I spending my life worried about good karma or bad karma? Because from my understanding, everything around me has been happening really good. And I think that I might have already crossed over from what I might have did a long time ago. I righted all my wrongs. I went to prison for my crimes. I apologize to people. I've given back to the community. I've given back to people. I've gifted people I don't even know thousands of dollars. Stuff that you guys would even, some of y'all wouldn't even be able to comprehend the things that I've done. But it's not for me to come on here and talk about it. A lot of stuff, I don't talk about it because it's not for the internet. You know, and I look back on a lot of stuff and I realize, man, that I'm where I'm supposed to be at this point in my life. I put a post up yesterday with me and two of my youngest. And we were at the pool enjoying a beautiful day. And, you know, when I put those photos up, my caption was basically enjoy every moment because you never know when it's your time. You know, I got secrets. See, they my secrets. They gonna go with me. Because I learned that you can't say much. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kidding. Sort of. But now that I'm turning, I know I jumped way off track. I'm turning 55 next month, man. I'm really happy to see it. I have another brother that's 55. My birthday is June 10th. His birthday is June 11th. My brother was diagnosed with cancer, and he's still battling it right now. He's about to go through another round of operation later on in the month of May. I think around the 23rd or 24th. I'm scared for my brother because we never really had cancer on the crier side. And, so it, you know, it's caused me to take action. And I'm sure some things that I might have found out I wasn't too happy about. And some things I'm probably gonna find out I won't be too happy about. But it's gonna be up to me to make sure that I'm here for the people who need me, for the people who depend on me. But aside to everything else that I talked about in this video right here, you made it this far, thank you. Don't forget, follow me on TikTok, The Real Crier Family. Aside to everything I talked about in this video, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of all the goals that I accomplished, dealing with all the obstacles I had to deal with to go through. I've been through a lot, and I was able to overcome it. I was able to overcome all those obstacles. Satan tried his best to put a stronghold on me, man. Do y'all hear me? Some of y'all going through the same thing and don't even recognize it's Satan. Satan got the stronghold. I'm proud of myself because I didn't let him win. I won. And just to make sure I keep my shield of armor around me, I made sure I got up and took my family to church this morning to make sure that we're protected. I'm very proud of myself. I'm so proud of all of my kids, man. The wonderful things that my children are doing. I won't talk about on this internet because it's not for the internet. I'm so proud of the things that my children are doing. The way that they just came together. See, everything's not for the internet. The way my kids came together to support me is crazy. Never thought I'd see it coming. I'm proud of all their accomplishments. And every time I speak to my kids, you guys think I'm talking about one particular child. I'm talking about all of my children combined. The way that they all just, man, it's amazing. No one can destroy bond when it comes to family, man. It's been tested, but it's also been proven that it'll never happen. I just feel like at my age, 55, because who knows if I ever do a video like this again. Who knows if I ever be around to do a video again after this camera goes off. But I'm gonna say this while the camera's on, man. But I tell you, I do appreciate all you guys. I really do, man. I wouldn't be where I'm at without y'all, man. You know, the love and support that I get on all of my platforms is just crazy, man. And the wild thing is, I don't even really be on YouTube like that anymore. It's like, I don't even be on YouTube like that no more. I go 8, 9, 10 days without uploading. And even with me not uploading for days and weeks, nothing's changed. Nothing's gonna change. Nothing, like nothing. Nothing's gonna change. I just feel like, man, hard work does prevail. It does, man. I tell people this all the time. If you work hard, man, you can get anything you want in life, man. People sit back and look at all the exotic cars, the rappers dressed like this, the big houses. You just a thought away from it, man. You just a thought away from it. You just an idea away from getting everything you want in life. One thing that I've learned during my social media career, and I've been on here since 2016, November 16th of 2016 to be exact. You guys know I never stepped on one person to get where I'm at. I never stepped on one person since I've been on social media. Nobody's in this, out of my 500,000 followers on this platform, there's not one person that can say I stepped on one person to get where I'm at right now. I'm at a good place in my life. I didn't dog anybody out to get where I'm at. None of that stuff. I did it all the right way. I did it all the right way. I don't want to make this video about TikTok, and I'm going to bring it up. I didn't step on nobody to get where I'm at on TikTok. Some wondering how I got such a large following in such a short period of time. Some wondering why I got so many videos going viral. As a matter of fact, I got one that's going viral right now. Literally, right now. I dropped it yesterday. I think it might get 1 million right now. And it is 2:33 on a Sunday afternoon. So it might get 1 million. Everything that I do, man, I don't step on nobody to get where I want to go. You know, I came up with the plan one day, and I said I'm gonna download this app from the App Store. And I started reading through it to see how it works. And knowing that I'm not camera shy from doing YouTube, I decided to flip the camera around and do my thing. And now one of the things that I do on TikTok is politics. I talk a lot about politics. The one that's going viral now, there was a simple 3-minute video of me talking about the movie Final Destination without spoiling the movie. I just talked about pretty much my thoughts on it without wanting to detail about the movie. And I had a vision, and I was uploading gold digger clips on TikTok at first. And then I said, what am I doing? I was getting thousands of views on those. I wasn't even monetized on TikTok. And I decided to take all that stuff down. I said, what am I doing? I have a whole platform over on Facebook for that type of content. I have I think I just hit 1.9 million today on Facebook. If not, I should be there in a couple hours. And then I have another channel on YouTube where I do the same content. And so I said, what can I do over here that's more of Damien Fryer? It doesn't put me in no one's drama. It doesn't cause me to react to anyone's video. It don't have anything to do with anything except what I'm talking about. And so I took all those clips down off my TikTok. It might have been like 20 videos. I took all that crap down. And I started learning more about politics, what was going on with our government, what's going on around our world. That's why a lot of my videos is viral over there. I didn't have to step on nobody to get where I'm at over there. Facebook, They said I was a clout chasing the Prince family, clout chasing my own son. My son helped me get where I'm at right now on social media. If it wasn't for him and his wife, I wouldn't even be on YouTube. I wouldn't be as big as I am. And even though I'm big on YouTube, it doesn't look like it. I only get about 10,000 views a video. You know, I ain't really making no ag over here no more, but I really don't really care anymore because it's, you know, again, I got my own thing that I'm doing. I figured something else out to do outside of the social media stuff. I figured it out, bruh. But they were calling me clout chasers and this and that. And yeah, I might have dipped in for a minute, did a little bit clout chasing, but they my kids. I can do that. You do it. And you don't even know them. I'm the dad, I can't do it. They called me a clout chaser. Try to dog me out, try to stop me. So I created my own thing. My Facebook is 4 times as big as my YouTube platform. That shows you how God works, man. The same thing make you laugh, make you cry. And all I'm saying is that you don't have to step on nobody's head to get to the top, man. And there's people out there right now to this day that's still waiting for me to fall off. Fell off a long time ago. Fell off a long time ago. And it landed me where I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm not supposed to be way up here on social media. Maybe I'm not supposed to be way up here with 50 million, 100 million people. And you know why I'm glad I'm not? Because I don't want to be way up here with 50 million followers and my videos get 300,000, 400,000 views. You know why? You fell off. So I'd rather be where I'm at and let them say I fell off. But falling off landed me into a brand new house. That's mine. Mine. And I say that in the most humblest way. Because it took a lot of work to get here, man. And I said earlier in this video at the beginning that I'm not even supposed to be here anymore. And so the time that I am here, I try to use it wisely and I try to do positive stuff. You know, I try to be kind to people. Some people will take me as being a soft ass dude. I try to be kind and generous to people, courteous, really respectful of others. And, you know, because I realized the mistakes that I made in my life. One thing about time, we can never get time back, man. We can never get time back. And all the years I spent doing dumb stuff, 9 years and 3 months of my life stuck in a hellhole inside of a prison because I didn't listen to my mom. Because I thought that I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was talking about. You know, and I realized that I didn't know shit. Nothing. I didn't know a damn thing, bro. I sit back, man, I watch some grown guys. I don't know who these people are. Some grown man make videos about me. This was a while back. This is not now, but. And, you know, this ain't Darian's stepdad that I'm talking about either, guys. So before y'all go running over there, stop it. And even y'all did, I could care less. But there was this other guy making videos about me a while back. And I didn't even know it. I just happened to click on it because I seen my name. I was like, and this guy started talking about me as a dad to my son Darian back in Indiana. And I clicked on it and I was blown back. He started saying all kind of weird stuff. And you know, it made me think like to myself, like, it made me think to myself, like, who are these people? Where are they getting this information from? And I see how sometimes things can be transferred. You can have one person throw a false narrative out there about you. And you have some creators that are taking and run with it. And even if the narrative that they put out there about you is false, it don't matter. It don't matter if it's true or false. What matters to them is that they go from 100 views on a video to 2,000 or 3,000 views on a video by talking about me. And I brought this guy up for a reason. I don't even know the guy's name, but I brought him up for a reason, just to show you guys like an example of when you on social media and you got people that's trying to bring you down. There's people like that I used to try to prove to back then that I wasn't down, that I'm doing very well. And watching this video, I think I might have spent maybe 20 minutes in this video the other day looking at it. There was a live that he actually did, but the live was uploaded like maybe 3 or 4 days earlier. I didn't know that. It popped up in my search. I'm like, what the hell? But it just goes to show you, man, people still talk about Jesus right to this day. I was one of them who was talking about Jesus today because I was in church today representing him and all that he's done for me, my family, and my loved ones. People talk about Jesus right to this day. And no matter what people say about you, man, you have to keep going. I used to always say, when people drag me one line, they're dragging me right to the bank every month. And I don't know if they thought I was just saying it for a video back then because I was pissed, but it's true. It's true. It's true. Every time somebody makes a video, well, back then, nobody really does it now. But anytime somebody uses my name in a video, their followers don't know who I am. YouTube is a very huge platform. You know how hard it is to find me on YouTube? I'm not famous. I'm just a guy with a huge following. I got a very famous son. So they're not searching for me. So when the people talk about me and they put my name in their title, I'm not thinking of cease and desist. Nah, I'm not thinking about sending no cease and desist. I'm thinking about them 2,000 or 3,000 people who's following you over there are gonna come over and follow me. And it's true. They come over and follow me. So sometimes you have to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad. That everything bad that happens to you, it don't happen to you, man. It happens for you. And that's what I had to realize. But I don't want to keep babbling on, man. The moral of this video was supposed to be about, how grateful that I feel, with the change in my life. Before I started dating So-So, I had really doubled down on myself and really cracked down on myself. You guys may not believe it, but I said it in multiple videos. Before we ever started dating, I wasn't having sex with anybody for almost a year. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I didn't have any female friends. I didn't have any female companions. I didn't really have anybody house that I was pulling up to. Nobody was pulling up to my apartment at the time. I stayed single, guys, for almost a whole solid year. And I even had people around me question me like, yo, what's up? You need to date? You better, man. And I was like, I'm good. And during that time, I don't think it was a whole solid year, but it was a lot longer than some people would actually stay single without having sex. You got a lot of single people out here. They have sex with every damn body. So, during that time, I literally I was hurt at the time that I was single because I was missing my little ones. But at the same time, I was really, really just getting myself together, man. I didn't want nobody coming in between my space. I didn't want nobody bothering me. I had to even switch my phone number out. And now I'm in a space, I got 3 cell phones now with 3 different numbers. And I really used that time, man. I wasn't going to church or nothing. I had got baptized, but I wasn't going to church like I am now. But I really used that time wisely, man. Like I spent so much time with myself. I did a lot of fishing. I went to the park a lot. I constantly spent a lot of time cleaning up my apartment. Some of you guys get off work and say, yes, it's Friday, it's the weekend, I'm gonna do this and do that. My life is like every day is Friday to me, because I don't work, well, I work for Damien, put it that way. And I really took the time to reflect on a lot of stuff, man. I'm a jealous dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I go to a store or to the park or to the beach or fishing, and I see guys out there with their fathers, their dads, I'm a jealous dude because I never had one of those. I never experienced what it was like for my dad to pull up, pick me up in his car, none of that stuff. So a lot of stuff that I went through, it actually helped humble me. And it actually made me who I am today. You know, tomorrow's not promised to any one of us, man. It's not. Some of you guys even know why I don't really go to my personal Facebook page that much. I have my business Facebook page, and then I have my personal Facebook page. My personal Facebook page, I hardly even click on my personal Facebook page because every time I do, all I say is RIP. All I see is people saying, oh my God, tell me this is a dream. It's always bad news, man. It's always bad news. And these are people that's not out in the street getting unalived. They're just passing away. And those people that's passing away, they're actually real people that's leaving behind family. They're leaving behind children. They're leaving behind grandchildren, wives, husbands. And that's why I say a lot of people that I know that's passing away, they're my age. And they don't have a voice like I have to where they come on here and do something like this on social media. So today I use my voice, you know, to say thank you all for helping me make changes in my life. I used to always have this thing I said about the trolls and the haters. You know, if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. But I honestly have to thank them as well, because they actually helped me get the mindset that I have now. I used to have a few T channels, man. They used to dog my butt out. They probably still do. I don't watch anybody no more. I don't watch none of this stuff anymore. But after a while, man, it's like these T channels always talking crap about me, man. F these. But then I had to really think about it, man. Like, the stuff that they were saying about me, it was based off of the stuff that I was putting out there. And I realized some of the things that they reached out to me, were saying about me, was actually true. I shouldn't have been doing this. I shouldn't have been doing that. Certain things I shouldn't have been saying on the internet. Just because somebody dogs you out on the internet or disrespects you, don't mean that you need to make a video and go back and forth with them. And a lot of those channels actually opened my eyes, man. You know, it actually helped me out. And the T channels were the ones I used to call haters. I don't mean like the really big ones. I mean like the ones, you know, the smaller ones with 10, 15,000 followers and stuff. I used to always call them haters. And I realized when you put your business out there, you can't get mad because somebody gives an opinion on it. And I used to always address them as my haters. And it took me a long time to realize the whole time I called them haters, they watched all of my videos that I dropped. And it wasn't to have something to talk about. It's because they wanted to see me do better. It's because they believed in me. It's because they was disappointed in me. It's because they seen me doing good one minute and slipping the next minute. It's because I let them down. And now I get it. And now I understand. You know, the magnitude of what we put on this internet can have a long-lasting effect. I've seen a lot, man. I've seen my kids on the internet with their faces next to other guys' faces. Oh my God, it just gets worse and worse, man. Like the list goes on and on and on. The list goes on and on. Jesus Christ. But when I look back at everything, man, I realize it don't happen to us, it happens for us. So I'm really happy that I'm in a space in my life right now where I'm able to really tell my story. I've always wanted to do a video like this and tell my story. But I didn't want to be telling my story about how somebody did me. All that BS, man. I wanted to tell you guys my real story about where I came from and how I was able to land where I landed. You know, and I'm very happy, man. You know, turning 55 years old, I don't know what the future holds for me. Some people keep saying karma, but if this is karma, then I hope to get more of it. Maybe get that lucky scratch off. Maybe that'd be my karma. But I never thought I would see even the age 50. I never thought I would even live to even see the age 50 years old. And now here I am in my middle 50s, you know. And someone asked me on TikTok recently, they said, how do you feel? I think somebody was being sarcastic. They said, look, who is this dude with 5,000 people in this live stream? Who's this old dude? He's 60 years old. And I just kind of chuckled at him, you know. And I was just saying to myself, I hope this person lives to see my age. Because even though that I'm an older guy, I don't really feel that way. I don't feel that way at all. I don't feel like an old guy at all. My only downfall that I still cope with is because I have a bad back injury. You guys know I've been on pain medication for a lot of years. And it actually helps. It really helps a lot. I take Vicodin, Norco, it's the same thing. Norco, Vicodin, Loratab. I take that, but it's only one medication. I take that for my back. Sometimes it hurts so bad. You know, sometimes the pain medication don't even help me. And it's an issue that wasn't any fault of mine. I had an accident in 2005 and they prescribed me the painkillers for me to take as I need for my back pain. And it does help. So that's one of my downfalls. I wish I would have actually went another direction besides taking painkillers. I know some people say don't get the surgery, and at one time they wanted to fuse my discs together, but I decided to, I'm not letting nobody cut on me. So I went with the long-term treatment, which, that kind of stuff is very powerful and it can destroy you. But lucky for me and my loved ones who support me, that wasn't the issue for me. So that's one of the things that, I don't really like is that from time to time I do have to take pain medication for my back. And sometimes if I run out, I gotta do what I gotta do. There's no shame in my game. My family is aware of my situation, have been since 2005. So that's one of the things that I struggle with is my back issues. As far as wondering if I want to move forward with getting this procedure done. It could be kind of risky because of my age. I know my sister had her back done, had her discs fused together. She never got her full 100% range of motion back, but she said she's not really dealing with the pain like she used to. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this video much longer, man. This is a long ass video, bros. I appreciate all of y'all who stuck around and watched this video. If it was me, I probably would have clicked off of it by now, and I'm sure thousands of y'all did. But I just want to say, I'm very proud of myself. I'm a very happy man. I'm proud of all of my children and their accomplishments. By the grace of God, I was able to work my butt off, with a lot of love, people who cared for me, and moved into my dream home, which I always wanted. My kids are healthy. I got a beautiful baby on the way, and it's just up from here, man. So I want to just tell my story. And I just want to say thank you guys, man, for the much continued support of the Pryor family. We don't always get the views over here, but every time I do drop a video over here on this channel, it makes me feel good because I feel like I'm not neglecting where I started. And this channel, the Pryor family, is where it started from for me. People always say, no matter how big you get, don't never forget where you come from. I'm growing pretty big in other places, and this is always going to be where I came from. And that's why I'm always going to be dropping videos over here. I'm going to try to do a lot better with the content, guys. But anyway, I love you guys, man. I appreciate you watching it. You guys comment down below. Me and Soso have an upcoming Q&A. I ask you guys, do not send me the messages in my comments because people can be really, really disrespectful. You guys already know what I'm talking about. Send them to me in my DMs on Instagram, Damian Cryer Sr., all lowercasings. You can even DM me on TikTok. My TikTok again is The Real Pryor Family. I love you guys. Until next time, your boy is out. Peace.